Hello and welcome to another Jaymorz Collectibles. I'm your host Joey M, and no, not from Bad Boy Gaming, and today I'm here to go over my thought process in deciding which sealed booster boxes I invest in. Especially amid collectors flocking the scene, these tips will be more valuable than ever to get you ahead of the curve and started with your collection. Although I do not invest or collect in Pokemon, these tips are pretty much applicable for any sealed booster box out there. As with any of my other videos, take this information as purely educational and for entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. I will not and cannot tell you what to do or not do with your money. So, Timmy, buckle up. Let's begin. So when it comes to sealed product, I've established a ranking system to assist me in the process of elimination in selecting amongst a plethora of products out there. Yes, the rudimentary PoE that we once used to pass those multiple choice exams is very much applicable in your adulthood. And because your capital is finite, it is imperative to select the proper booster box, especially in today's market conditions. So, let's begin. First key performance indicator, simply the age of the product. Above all else, age is one of the most crucial factors in selecting your product. Now, that's not to say that you should select product on this alone. Let's take a look at Fallen Empires. A set that was released in 1994 was and still is, to this day, the laughingstock of all MTG sets released by Wizards of the Coast. Fallen Empires was printed to oblivion also, which brings us to our next key performance indicator, print run. Now, this also has a few exceptions, so take notes. Unless we're talking about ABU, Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, or the Four Horsemen sets, Arabian Nights, Antiquities, Legends, The Dark, non-specified print runs can be categorized as small, medium, or large. In the world of Pokemon, Yugioh, Digimon, Caster Chronicles, Force of Will, World of Warcraft, is that still a thing? Print runs are all qualitative when comparing. Alright, so you have two KPIs. Let's say you're on the World Wide Web. You're looking at two different offers. Both of them good deals. Let's take a look at which you would choose. Now right behind me I have a pyramid I mocked up with a ranking system. S rank being the top of the pyramid. Then you have your A tier, B tier, and then I got two standalone C tiers. Those are your high risk options. Now let's start with the top of the pyramid, the creme de la creme, the A5 Wagyu steak Mercadian Masques, if I knew where I was going. This set, oh boy, this set was not always perceived this way. In fact, upon release, it was unanimously deemed as utter garbage. From fans, editorials, magazines, and even the friggin' Beebles. Even the Beebles! No one appreciated the card mechanics. There were way too many cards in the set to even draft with and explore even the new archetypes of mercenaries and rebels. Well, as wine gets finer with age, boy did this set age exceptionally well. So well that the high-end foils exponentially surpassed anything found in any of the Urza sets. Knowing the history of this set and how it aged, let's put our two KPIs to the test. Let's go with Tempest. Two heavyweight contenders, released in 1997, print run over 400 million. Mercadian Masques, released in 1999, makes it 2 years older, print run unknown. However, reading around, you'll know that Mercadian Masques, being a 350 card set, has its print run reduced. And it was the advent of new sealed product, from fat packs to other promotional products. The budget spent on the set was allocated to different products. So because of which, the booster boxes themselves and tournament packs, much less than 400 million. I would venture to say anywhere from 120 to 180, as the Saga was printed to 180. So was Legacy. So who's the winner between those two good deals? Mercadian Masques. Mercadian Masques has some of the highest foils in MTG's history contained in this box. Not only that, considering today's market conditions, Mercadian Masques for under $2,000 and Tempest nearing close to $4,000, it's quite obvious. However, that does not disqualify Tempest from being a good product to invest in long term. So, with that being said, let's move on to our next key performance indicator, simply the cards contained in the set. Just like with Mercadian Masques, or MMQ, I do have 7th edition on the pyramid right behind me. 7th edition, for the cards contained in the set, deserves a place in this mention because it is the set with the highest priced foils, period. So, because of which, you definitely want to have exposure to products like this and Mercadian Masques that I have behind me, considering the price of the booster box in today's open market as well. So, A-tier product, Mercadian Masques gets a slight nudge because of its price, but also the cards contained in the set and the replay value of those cards. So let's explore that a little further. So with a set like Tempest, the cards completely outweigh those that are found in MMQ, both on power level and cards contained in the reserved list. You'll note that there are no reserved list cards found in the Mercadian Masques set. However, there are foils. The Tempest set did not contain any foils. Not only that, the prices of those foils found in MMQ are some of the highest priced foils in MTG. Because of which, and the existing market conditions, aka the price of the box, bumps up MMQ over Tempest. And in comparison to 7th edition, 7th edition being a core set saw replay of staples but not for tournament play, just for casual play. MMQ on the other hand has some of the most iconic cards found in tournament play. You have your counterspells, your ports, your brainstorms, your dark rituals, not to mention some of the more popular cards found in Commander such as Food Chain. So with that being said, Mercadian Masques, S-tier product, 7th edition, Tempest, A-tier product. Now, we're not done here. We still have 2 more KPIs to go over. The 4th one being existing market demand. Now this year, with the onset of the collectibles boom, everyone, including their grandmas, is scrambling. Even Fallen Empires saw market attention for being so cheap and old as dirt. So, why not pick up some? Well, need I say more about this KPI? But I do want to touch up on one more point about Magic the Gathering. The state of Modern and Standard is in shambles. I am not the first in saying so, and I know I'm late to the party. However, the way that Wizards of the Coast is going about reprint equity and printing it in masses without even inventing new and creative cards that deserve reprints is frightening, quite frankly. Now, not only this, it sort of shakes up the space when it comes to investables. Now, I know Rudy from Alpha Investments is big in investing in newer sets. So am I. So am I. I believe in Throne, I believe in War of the Spark, Commander Legends, and Zendikar. I'm not really convinced about Ikoria, so he has to try harder on that one. But I digress. With that being said, if Wizards of the Coast does not I implore you, Wizards of the Coast, invent, create, rediscover the original feel of cards being deemed exclusive, the investable market for modern and standard sets will plummet. I'm telling you right now, that's important. That's one big takeaway to take from this video. So please, by all means, use caution when investing in newer sets. I would not allocate your capital, as it is finite, into newer sets if you do not have the staples of vintage sets in your collection. Again, I repeat, vintage, reserved list, then the modern sets. Alright, let's go to our last KPI. So that's a good segue to our 5th and final key performance indicator of the video. That being, does the cards contained in the set have any meaningful impact to the main game? AKA, Are there any staple cards? Anything iconic? Anything that sees tournament play, competitive play? Or, quite simply, do people crack the booster boxes in hopes of finding those chase cards? Well, let's move our A tier out of the way. That's an S tier product. That was just misplaced, just so you know. Don't forget that. 7th edition, A tier. Yep. Okay. So, first in the B tier. Fate Reforged. Prime example of a B tier product. You have your Ugins, you have your fetch lands. Always going to see demand. Good product to get exposure to for cheap. Next. Just released Commander Legends. Been in the works for 4 years. Do your research. Watch his video. Forgot his name. Oh my god, don't kill me. But you have your Mana Drains and your Jeweled Lotus. Not only that, you have a lot of good cards that will see competitive Commander play. Alright. Cards outside of that, also Mana Drain, sees competitive Standard play in other formats as well. Modern, Legacy, to name a few. So, good product. Get it while you can. Just released. Recommended. Last product that I have in the B tier. A little older than both of those. You have Apocalypse. Apocalypse is a prime example of what I call the Silver Era. Despite what Rudy says, this era was popping, y'all. People were still playing. Magic saw a lot of new faces. Inquest magazine was thriving. And this Silver Age era of Magic was very nostalgic to a lot of people, such as myself. And for this reason, the cards contained in the set actually has a direct impact for the game. We're talking competitive World Series decks that see cards such as Pernicious Deeds, Phyrexian Arena, as well as Vindicate. Their foils also command a pretty penny. So, in combination, excellent product to include on the B tier. I wouldn't be surprised if this slowly climbs up to an A tier product. Well, now we move on to the non-MTG in this video. So, moving on to the side. Boom, C tier product. This is your high risk, high reward kind of product. What do I have over here? Got good old Digimon and this thing. Some anime waifu product. Caster Chronicles. Now, these two products are polar opposites from one another. This was released in 1999, first edition. This was released in 2016, first edition. Completely different products. This had a main game that fell apart in, I don't know, God only knows, like 3-4 years. Same thing about this one, but completely different space than Digimon. So, this one did not have a game, an anime. This one had all the above, merchandise, toys, etc. So, why do I have these in a C tier? Let's start with Digimon. So, this one is not a playable game. This is the animated series. It's simply just illustrations from the anime with collectible variants for your avid collector. First edition print did not see a lot of boxes in the US of A. However, it saw a lot more internationally. By a lot, I mean probably 10-20% more in allocation. The product in general is very scarce. It's very hard to get a sample of the first edition print run. And you most likely will see price variance because there isn't a good consensus to get an average price for this kind of product. Again, high risk, high reward, has a cult following. I'm on the journey. Alright, moving on to the next one. Oh boy, what did I get myself into? Well, I got this from a distributor. The game stopped in the US of A in 2019. Product's still being pumped in Japan. However, we have some fanboys here that are collecting those cards that are released only in Japan. English copy copy, English copy. Just a few points to make as I go on off on a tangent here. With MTG, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, your highest priced cards and product are found in English versions. Do not buy foreign language product. That's my biggest warning to you. Stuff like this is already hard to liquidate. You do not want to tie your capital with something even harder to liquidate, aka foreign language product. You've been warned. Alright, so a little history about this game. TCG, originally released by the Force of Will parent company, saw tremendous success upon release. Has about maybe 5 expansions and then some miscellaneous products here and there to get newcomers to join the game. I would say pretty good product. I saw some videos just to get an idea of what this is all about. Unfortunately, Force of Will discontinued supporting the franchise, and it became its own company and only is working in Japan. So I got myself first edition of the first set. Kind of expensive. Highest sold is around $500. I got these for $100 each from a distributor. Made a deal. That's how you get a good deal going. All right. That's my second biggest takeaway. Buying from eBay is great when you have a wedge deal. Buying from distributors is even better for obvious reasons. All right. Need I say more? I don't think so. So, C-tier product, wrapping this video up. You have your 5 KPIs. I'll list them right here on the video just as a quick summary so you can timestamp it or do whatever your heart contents. There's going to be a lot of ebbs and flows, okay, with the sealed booster box market. Although it is illiquid and price fluctuations are scarce, over time you will see some variations in prices. So that would move product up or down the tier pyramid that I've demonstrated behind me. That's in shambles right now, but we'll get that fixed in other videos. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions about anything in the sealed booster box realm, let me know and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Also, let me know what you're collecting. Deuces.